Hey everyone, in this video I will tell you how to play Fenix P3, which is, I think, his least popular prestige. Even P0 is more popular. So first of all, what is special about Phoenix? He has three combat suits, which can be quite helpful in combat. You can warp them anywhere you have vision. One of which can give you detection. Second of all is great at destroying big waves of enemies. And there is also one which is very tanky and is decent at dealing with hordes of like weak units. When it comes to the units, Legionnaire is not that great. Conservator can reduce all damage taken by allied units by 35%, so that's quite impactful. You should take advantage of that. Adept is decent unit. Immortal is not decent unit. Colossus is pretty good against like Death of Night. Disruptor can deal a lot of damage, but it's not an autocast. It does have an attack animation and it can have invisibility, so it's not that terrible. However, it is relatively hard to use. I would rather use like Dark Temple than Disruptor, for example. Observer is okay, but you don't really need it if you have Conservator. Scouts are decent, but I think that they are one of the worst units. But I don't usually play them too much. Carriers, you can potentially go carriers, but usually air units. They are more defensive, but they have less DPS, so I don't prefer them that much. And they're more defensive just because, like, lots of enemies just are not able to attack them. That's the only reason why to go air. And you can also concentrate your damage, but I usually like to go for ground-based army. So his units are relatively basic, however they are more powerful. They cost more, but they are more powerful. However, his passive says that um, the units cost 20% less, so that's interesting. And if you actually look at the cost, the Legionnaire cost 160 instead of 200. Um, because like 200 minus 20% is 160. So he should cost 200. Okay, I guess I'm gonna go with my ally on Brutal plus 4 to show you how powerful this commander is. So it's gonna be kind of harder. This was not planned, it just happened. And I didn't even talk about the P3. So the reason why P3 is the downside of your champions dying isn't that high. Uh, because you get refunded most of the cost. And the Beijing protocol is stronger, and it doesn't affect only when the shell transfers, but also if like non-host shell dies, it buffs your like heroic unit. So you pretty much play it similar to Han and Horner or Zagara, that you don't care if your units die. It's most likely like Han and Horner. If you have the Helions which buff the attack speed of allies, it's similar in that way. But in this case, it buffs only the one hero. You could go like 1-1-1 hero, but they die quite often, and the fact that it didn't cost you that much doesn't help that much because it just dies so fast it barely does anything. The most important thing is to have big army of one or two types so that you always have host shell available whenever the main hero dies, and then he just destroys the enemies. He does so much damage. Okay, Reanimator's Avenger Walking Dead. Interesting.
Amon's troops have taken the city. They're summoning void shards everywhere. Once they activate, those shards will decimate Augustgrad. We need to destroy each of them before that happens. Don't let me down.
I need one thing here. This is actually okay, kind of. Okay, set of stations. Let's do it like this. I can actually go for multiple things, and that's everything I need right now. I need to get into control groups. Okay. And yeah, the averaging protocol being more effective is very powerful. Like when new host shell is created or transferred, he gains 50% attack speed, but it gets doubled, and the maximum limit is also doubled. So your units can get quite a lot of attack speed. Okay, here. I'm gonna need more structures. Yeah, I need the upgrades. Actually, I don't want to lose the Legionnaire.
Scanner's picking up a void shard near your
See
location.
like this.
Your objective is to take it out.
Targeting objective will destroy. Incoming enemy strike force. Be ready. Upgrade complete. Your will made manifest. Come, brothers. Join me in
I also need Torch and eventually more stuff.
Sure blows up pretty, doesn't it?
Okay,
The enemy will summon
okay.
more soon. Guaranteed. Not good. Multiple void shards in play.
There is
Your
under
objective is to
control
take them
group.
out.
Yes. Get more these guys. We'll eventually need more Sphinx.
accessing palace's memories now.
More. I think we are ready to push now.
Deploying onto the front line. The enemy approaches. Prepare for battle.
And this stuff. Okay.
One fewer void shard for us to deal with.
The thrill of battle.
I can kill my own guy to boost the hero's attack speed. Because he doesn't cost a lot of money anyways. So that's an option. I need more buildings, which can also stop enemies if they attack me.
Entaro Adu. Without hesitation. Isahatu. Your upgrade complete. For hire. Entaro. So the enemy seeks to attack
So
our
let's
base.
first deal with this guy and then like
I am the hierarch. Upgrade complete.
That pirate scum ransacks the city at a time like this?
I'm not gonna
I
go
know it's
for
a
the
personal
bonus.
request, but if you can,
I
please
still have
kill
like
them
6
all.
minutes, so there is no need to rush. Need more islands.
From the front.
Okay, we'll get some extra reinforcements. And you can see that I actually don't need to have that much build diversity. Not really required.
Void shard eliminated. Keep it up.
Weakened. Victory.
Let's move closer. Here. Everyone takes less damage.
Ready our defenses. Our foes are on the march.
Goes the new one. Swing.
And another void shard crumbles into dust. Well done, commanders.
Hardly a match for
Yeah.
my blade.
Back.
That's the thing about the Dominion. Even in a crisis, our rule of law holds firm. Only one group of shards left. Crush them into dust and end this fight. These wretched pirates are about to get a hell of a lot more than they bargained for. Take them out.
I'm gonna use Arbiter, Teleport. I could, yeah, let's go for bonus. Right.
Your command. The skies are mine. Nada can. Honor guide me. For hire. Initiating mass recall. Upgrade complete.
To find the Taldaris, here it is. And buff the new guy. pretty fine.
Warhol? Not on my watch.
I still need more violence.
I see your reputations are well earned. These void shards are dropping like flies.
Another victory for the Purifiers.
Not today, Amon. We'll obliterate every void shard you stick in the ground.
GG. So this is how you play P3 Phoenix. It was pretty powerful. I think that it was noticeable. The units just by default are very powerful, and
That's all of the void shards.
the heroes are doing so much
Hear that,
damage.
Amon? The Dominion
If
is
they
not
kill any of your units, you're just gonna deal way more by. It's kind of like Han and Honor when you kill the Hellion and buff the entire army. It's very similar. But instead of like gaining resources when they die, your units just cost less by default. So yeah, this is I pretty much carry the game. It's good. Thanks for watching. See you next time.